Shabbat Shalom and good morning. So we'll begin with service 3 on page 117, page 117. And I want to talk for a minute about the two categories of places that we find in our Matovu prayer. So we start with Matovu Ohalecha Yaakov, how lovely are your tents. And then it goes on to say, Mishkanotecha, your dwelling places. And Rav Kook says that the difference between a tent and a dwelling place is that a tent implies that you are wandering and traveling and that you don't have a permanent home. But our dwelling places are just that. They are where we dwell, and they are permanent. This week's Torah portion, Parashat Maseh, talks about places, both tents and dwelling places. So as our kavanah, our intention for this Shabbat, Parashat Maseh, let's think about all of our tents in the chapters of our lives and all of our dwelling places. The places that we've left behind, the tents that we've pitched and taken down, and the dwelling places that have helped us shape our identities, shaped our families, our relationships, and helped us figure out who we are. So we're on page 117. Matovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkanotecha Yisrael. Matovu ohalecha Yaakov, mishkanotecha Yisrael. Va'ani berov chastecha avo vetecha, ashtachave el hechal kodshecha b'yiratecha. Adonai ahavti me'on betecha u'mekom mishkan kevodecha. Va'ani ashtachave ve'echra'a, evrecha lifnei Adonai osi. Va'ani tefilati lecha Adonai et ratzon. Elohim berov chastecha, aneni be'emet yishecha. Together at the bottom of the page. We thank you, O God, for this new day, for morning sun and evening star, for flowering of tree and flowing of tide, for life-giving rains and cooling breezes, for the changing seasons, for the cycle of growth and decay, of life and death. We awake and behold a new day. O God, renew us unto life. Teach us to recognize your presence in creation. Grateful for your gifts, may we dedicate all our powers to your service. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, pokeach ivrim, for eyes to see. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, malbish arumim, for clothes to wear. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, matir asurim, for the joy of freedom. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, zokef kefufim, for the power to rise. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa li kol tzorki, for providing for all our needs. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hanoten laya'ef koach, for daily renewing our strength. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hama'avir sheina me'enai, utenuma me'af apai, for the blessing of sleep and the privilege of waking to a new day. Baruch she'amar v'haya ha'olam. Baruch hu. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam. HaMehulal befi amo. Meshubach u'mufa'ar bilshon chasidav ve'avadav. Bishvachot u'vizmirot, negadelcha v'namlichecha. Malkeinu yachid chei ha'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, melech mehulal batishbachot. With the coming of day and night I will enter the covenant of God, and when evening and morning depart, I will recite God's decrees. God Most High, you are my righteousness. You teach me goodness. You are the fountain of knowledge, the dwelling place of holiness, and the summit of glory. Eternal might and majesty are yours. I will choose whatever you teach me, gladly accepting your judgments. As soon as I move my hands and feet, I will praise your name. When I go out and when I come in, when I lie down and when I rise up. When I rest on my bed, I will sing your praise, and in the company of my friends, I will praise you with the words of my mouth. Mizmor shir le'yom ha'shabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon. Mizmor shir le'yom ha'shabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon. Lehagid baboker chasdacha, ve'emunatcha ba'leilot, alei asor v'aleina, ve'lalei higayon bechinot. Mizmor shir le'yom ha'shabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon. Ki simachtani Adonai befo'alecha, b'maaseh yadecha raneh. Ma gadlu ma'asecha Adonai me'od, amku makshavotecha. Mizmor shir le'yom ha'shabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon. Mizmor shir le'yom ha'shabbat, tov lehodot la'Adonai, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon, u'lezamer le'shimcha elyon. Tzadik ata ma'ifra, ke'erez ba'levanon yizkeh, shetulim beveit Adonai, bechatzrot Eloheinu yafrichu. Od yenuvun v'sefta, deshenim v'rananim yiyu lehagid, ki ashar Adonai suri velo avlataba. Please rise. Yishtabach shimcha la'ad malkeinu. Ha'el ha'melech ha'gadol v'ha'kadosh b'shamayim u'va'aretz. Ki lecha na'eh Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu. Shir u'shvacha halel v'zimra. Berachot v'hodaot me'ata ve'ad olam. Baruch atah Adonai, abocher v'shirei zim. We'll turn to page 135. Page 135. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 la. Yai la 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 Praise the one to whom our praise is due. You may be seated. We praise you, eternal one, our God, sovereign of the universe, maker of light and creator of darkness, author of peace and creator of all things. In your mercy you give light to the earth and all who live on it, and in your goodness you renew creation continually, day by day. How manifold are your works, O God! With wisdom have you made them all. The world is full of your creations. Your handiwork proclaims your praise. The radiant stars bear witness to your glory. We praise you, O God, creator of light. Together, great is your love for us, eternal God, and abundant your compassion. Our ancestors trusted in you, and you taught them the laws of life. So be gracious to us and teach us. Incline our hearts to hear your words, to know and understand, to learn and teach, and with love to uphold the truths of your Torah. Enlighten us with your teaching, make us faithful to your commandments, and wholehearted in the love and awe of your name. For in love you summon us to serve you and proclaim your unity. We praise you, O God. In love you have called your people Israel to serve. Please stand. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol meodecha. V'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha. V'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam ושבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך, ובשעריך. You may be seated. למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני, אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני, Adonai Elohechem. Good and beautiful and true, sound, established, and enduring are these words, now and forever. True it is, eternal one, that you are our sovereign God and Redeemer, as you were the God and Redeemer of our ancestors. You are our Maker, the rock of our salvation. We have known you always as our helper and our liberator. There is no God but you. Truly you are first and you are last. We have no Redeemer but you. You redeemed us from Egypt and freed us from the house of bondage. Then with great joy, Moses, Miriam, and all Israel together sang to you this song. Mi chamocha bailim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh norah, tehilot osei peleh. Shira chadasha shibchu geulim, לשמחה על שפת הים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Please rise. צור ישראל, קומה בעזרת ישראל, גואלנו אדוני צבאות שמו. Israel, Baruch atah Adonai, Go Israel, Go Israel, Israel. We're on page 140. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel ve'Elohei Leah, האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם בעזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי מתים אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מזריח השמש. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי מתים ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר הסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה להחיות מתים, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי המתים. נקדש את שמך בעולם, כשם שמקדישים אותו בשמי מרום, ככתוב על יד נביאך. קדוש, 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 אדוני צבאות, מלוך כל הארץ, כבודו, כבודו מלא עולם. ברוך כבוד אדוני. ממקומך מלכנו תופיע, ותמלוך עלינו כי מחכים אנחנו לך. ימלוך אדוני לעולם, אלוהי ציון, לדור ודור, הללויה. לדור ודור נגיד גודלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. You may be seated. You inspired our ancestors to hallow this day for your service. When upon its coming we pause to contemplate our life, we learn anew that we do not live by bread alone, but also by the spiritual nourishment we receive when we open ourselves to your influence. We thank you for the Sabbath day and for the opportunity it offers to enhance the quality of our lives. We thank you for its joy and for its peace. May our worship help us to take into our hearts its message of holiness and consecrate all our days by devotion to what is true, beautiful, and good. Yismechu v'malchutecha, Yismechu v'malchutecha, Shomrei Shabbat v'korei honeg, Amikadshei Shevi'i, Amikadshei Shevi'i, Kulam yisbehu ve'yitangu mituvecha, Behashvi ratzita bo ve'kidashto, Behashvi ratzita bo ve'kidashto, Chemdat yamim ota karata, Seichel emasei, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu, Ritzei ritzei v'menuchateinu, Kadeshenu b'mitzvotecha, v'ten chelkeinu b'toratecha. Sabeinu mituvecha v'samechenu b'yishuatecha v'taher libeinu le'ovdecha be'emet v'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu be'ahava uvratzon Shabbat kodshecha ve'yanuchu v'Yisrael mekadeshei shemecha Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Ritzei Adonai Eloheinu be'amecha Yisrael, u'tfilatam be'ahava tekabel, u'tehi l'ratzon tamid avodat Yisrael amecha. Baruch atah Adonai, she'odcha levadcha b'yir'a na'avod. Modim anachnu lach, she'atahu Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu le'olam va'ed. Tzur chayenu magen yishenu, atahu ledor vador. Nodeh lecha u'nesaper tehilatecha, al chayenu hamasorim biyadecha. Ve'al nishmotenu hapikudot lach, ve'al nisecha shebechol yom imanu, ve'al niflotecha v'tovotecha, shebechol et erev v'voker v'tzoharayim. Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha, u'lecha na'er, otov. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom, tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Chen v'chesed v'rachamim. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael amecha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Sim shalom tova uvracha. Tova uvracha. Baruch atah Adonai, oseh hashalom. We'll continue in silence. Say shalom bimromam. Booyah, say shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'al kol bnei Adam. Yaseh shalom. Yaseh shalom. Shalom aleinu. Ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol bnei Adam. We will now turn to page 481. Page 481 for our Seder Kriyat HaTorah. And if I can invite everyone that has a part to play in the Torah service to come to the upper bima with me at this time. There is none like you, Eternal One, among the gods people worship, and there are no deeds like yours. Your sovereignty is everlasting. Your reign endures from age to age. Please stand. Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ein k'masecha, avdotcha malchut, kol olamim u'mimshaltecha b'chol avado. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch, Elolam moed, Adonai oz le'oid, Adonai yivarech et amo b'shalom. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu, Gadol Eloheinu, Kadosh Shemo. Gadlul Adonai iti, u'neromema Shemo yachdav. Lecha Adonai hagdula, v'hagvura. You may be seated while I get the scroll the right way. This morning I will be reading from the book of Numbers, chapter 33, verses 1 through 11. And if you're following along in the Chumash, that can be found on page 1119. That's 1119. And again, we're going to read the first 11 verses. And as I mentioned at the start of this service, this Torah portion is all about places. It's all about destinations. And as you'll hear when I translate as I read, the translation basically is a list. It's a list of destinations, sort of as though we are reading from someone's road trip itinerary. And we'll go into a little bit about why that is once we get to the Devar Torah. In the meantime, what I would encourage you to watch out for is, can you identify a pattern in the way that this Torah portion is structured? So, pardon me. So just listen out for if you hear any patterns or sequences or words that sound familiar that are repeated, and let me know what you hear and what you find after I read. So again, the reading can be found on page 1119, and the blessing before the reading is right here.
Baruch El Adonai HaMavarach.
Baruch Adonai HaMavarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher b'chabanu mikol ha'amin, v'natan lanu et Torah. Baruch Atah Adonai Natein HaTorah.
Amen. I'm going to ask you to hold this for me. That's okay. Thank you very much. Ele ma'aseh b'nei Yisrael, asher yatsu me'eretz Mitzrayim litzivotam b'yad Moshe ve'Aharon. These are the journeys of the Israelites that went out from the land of Egypt, troop by troop, in the hands of Moses and Aaron. Vayichtov Moshe et motzaehem lema'asehem al pi Adonai ve'ele ma'asehem lemotzaehem. And Moses wrote all of their goings out according to their journeys, at the command of God, and these are their journeys according to their goings out. Vayisu meRamses b'chodesh harishon, b'chamisha asar yom lechodesh harishon, mimachorat haPesach, yatzu b'nei Yisrael b'yad Ramah le'enei kol Mitzrayim. And they journeyed from Ramses in the first month, on the 15th day of the first month, the day after Pesach, and the children of Israel went out with a strong hand in the eyes of all of Egypt. B'Mitzrayim mikabrim et asher hika Adonai bahem kol bachor, uve'elohehem asa Adonai shifatim. And the people of Egypt were still burying their firstborn that God had struck down, and God was also exacting judgments on their gods, on the Egyptian gods. Vayisu b'nei Yisrael meRamses, v'yachanu b'Sukkot. And the Israelites went out from Ramses and camped in Sukkot. Vayisu miSukkot, v'yachanu be'etam asher biktzah hamidbar. And the Israelites journeyed from Sukkot and camped in Etam, which was on the edge of the wilderness. Vayisu me'etam, v'yashov al pi hachirot, asher al pnei ba'al tzefon, v'yachanu lifnei migdol. And they journeyed from Etam, and they turned back towards Hachirot, which was just before Baal Tzefon, and they camped just before Migdol. Vayis'u mipnei Hachirot, v'ya'avru b'toch hayam hamidbara, v'yalchu derech shloshet yamim b'midbar Etam, v'yachenu b'mara. And they journeyed out from Pnei Hachirot, and they passed through the midst of the sea, and through the wilderness, and they journeyed 3 days through the wilderness of Etam, and they camped in Marah. Vayis'u mimara v'yavo'u alima, uve'elim 12 enat mayim, u'shiv'im tamarim v'yachanu sham. And they journeyed from Marah, and they came upon Elim, and in Elim there were 12 springs of water and 70 palm trees, and they camped there. Vayisu me'elim v'yachanu al Yam Suf. And they journeyed out from Elim, and they camped on the Sea of Reeds. Vayisu mi'Yam Suf v'yachanu b'midbar Sin. And they journeyed out from the Sea of Reeds, and they camped in the wilderness of Sin.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech Ha'olam, Asher natan lanu Torat Emet, v'chayei olam natan b'tocheinu. Baruch atah Adonai naten haTorah.
Amen. I'm not doing this yet. Please rise for the lifting of the scroll, which I'm not sure we actually I don't know that we've assigned this. Okay. Oh, Spencer.
What?
Would you like to lift the scroll?
Right.
We can also do it together.
I only had 2 Weetabix this morning.
Oh, uh-oh. Right. I'll spot you. Baruch Shenatan Okay. Le'amo Yisrael, b'kedushato. Shekoach. Thank you, Spencer.
That's right. I'll send you the bill.
Yes, thank you. You may be seated. And you may be seated as well, Colin. Thank you. All right. This over here. And Spencer is going to read our Haftarah this morning, which is the book of Joshua, chapter 20, verses 1 through 9. Do you want to read the blessings from there?
Yeah, it's okay. I've got it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nviim tovim b'ratzav riveihem hanemarim be'emet. Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'torah u'Moshe avdo u'Yisrael amo u'b'nviei ha'emet v'tzedek.
Amen.
The Lord said to Joshua, "Speak to the Israelites, designate the cities of refuge about which I commanded you through Moses, to which a manslayer who kills a person by mistake unintentionally may flee. They shall serve you as a refuge from the blood avenger. He shall flee to one of those cities, present himself at the entrance to the city gates, and plead his case before the elders of that city, and they shall admit him into the city and give him a place in which to live among them. Should the blood avenger pursue him, they shall not hand the manslayer over to him, since he killed the other person without intent, and had not been his enemy in the past. He shall live in that city until he can stand trial before the assembly, and remain there until the death of the high priest who is in office at that time. Thereafter, the manslayer may go back to his home in his own town, to the town from which he fled. So they set aside Kedesh in the hill country of Naphtali in Galilee, Shechem in the hill country of Ephraim, and Kiryat Arba, that is Hebron, in the hill country of Judah. And across the Jordan, east of Jericho, they assigned Bezer in the wilderness, in the tableland, from the tribe of Reuven, Ramoth in Gilead, from the tribe of Gad, and Golan in Bashan, from the tribe of Manasseh. Those were the towns designated for all the Israelites and for the aliens, for aliens residing among them, to which anyone who killed a person unintentionally might flee and not die by the hand of the blood avenger before standing trial by the assembly. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim tzadik b'chol hadorot, ha'el ha'neman ha'omer v'yoseh, hamdaber u'mekayem shekol dvarav emet v'tzedek, al ha'torah v'al ha'avodah v'al hanviim v'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatata lanu Adonai Eloheinu, לקדושה ולמנוחה, לכבוד ולתפארת, על הכל אדוני אלוהינו, אנחנו מודים לך ומברכים אותך. יתברך שמך בפי כל חי תמיד לעולם ועד, ברוך אתה אדוני, מקדש השבת. אמן.
Please rise for our community prayers, which can be found on page 484 at the bottom. And we will join together Eternal God, whose dominion embraces the universe, we ask your blessing for our sovereign lady, Queen Elizabeth, and for those who govern our country, and all who influence the quality of its national life. Make them conscious of their responsibility, and teach them to exercise it in accordance with your will. May we all help to fashion in this country a society that excels in freedom and justice, tolerance and compassion, so that it may be a force for righteousness and peace in the life of humanity. Eternal God, as you blessed our ancestors in generations past, bless now this congregation, its leaders and its members, and all who enter this synagogue to meet, to study, and to pray. Comfort the sorrowing hearts among us and heal those in anxiety or pain. May we all find here community and friendship, a renewal of purpose and hope, a deeper understanding of our heritage, and a sense of your abiding presence. Bless all congregations of the House of Israel throughout the world. Let those who live under oppressive rule soon be freed, and may we all unite to witness to your truth and do your will. Eternal God, our rock and redeemer, grant blessing to the state of Israel, created to fulfill an age-old dream and to be a haven for the oppressed. Inspire its leaders and citizens with faithfulness to the aims of its founders, to develop the land for the benefit of all its inhabitants, and to implement the prophetic ideals of liberty and justice. May they live in harmony with one another and in peace with their neighbors, and cause to come true once more the ancient vision that out of Zion shall go forth Torah and the word of God from Jerusalem. Over the page on 486, Yahalelu et Shem Adonai, ki niskav Shemo levado. Now, just before we put Torah back in the ark, I'll ask you, Colin and Daphne, to just come in front of the ark, just here, so that we can bless you as a congregation and as a community on the occasion, Colin, of your special birthday. We are so blessed to be able to celebrate with you and to be able to appreciate together, surrounded by your community, all the things that you've accomplished on your journey of the last, we're not going to say how many years. This week's parashah was all about journeys, and that each of those journeys represented a chapter in the life of a people. And as you reflect on the journeys you've embarked on in your life, we rejoice at all of the joys with you. We grieve in moments of sadness with you. And we know as your community that we show up for you. We're here for you and for your family, whatever that means. And we celebrate with you on this occasion to mark that you are very much a part of this community and that this community is a part of you. May you always feel on every stop of your journey that NPLS is a home for you, no matter how far your journeys may take you. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka. May God look kindly upon you and be gracious to you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom. May God be gracious towards you and grant you peace. Mazel tov. We'll put our Torah back in the ark and we'll turn to page 489. Behold, a good doctrine has been given you. Do not forsake it. It is a tree of life to those who hold it fast, and all who cling to it find happiness. Its ways are ways of pleasantness, and all its paths are peace. Atov natati lachem, Torati al tazoru, es chaim ilmachazit ma, v'tomev amerusha, d'rachecha d'rachei noam, v'chol netivotecha shalom. Ashivenu You may be seated. Have you ever asked a young child what he or she did that day? And you get an answer that was much more than you bargained for? Something like, "What did I do today? Well, I woke up and I put my slippers on and I went downstairs and I had toast for breakfast. And then I came upstairs and I brushed my teeth with my dinosaur toothbrush and my bubblegum toothpaste, and then I put on my favorite dress. And then after that, I went to school and I learned all about the animals at the zoo. And do you know what my best friend told me at lunchtime?" There is something endearing about this primitive play-by-play. To the excitable child narrator, each and every moment is included because every single detail is important enough to mention. As we grow older, we learn to edit and shape our narratives. We conveniently leave out details, or we embellish when our stories seem sparse. We misremember and we fill in the gaps, or we change our stories based on who's listening to them. We assign meaning and deeper intention to the way we narrate our own lives, because as we age, we realize the increasing agency we have over our journeys and over our stories. In our synagogue communities, we spend a fair amount of time trying to dissect how and why the Torah tells stories the way that it does. Most of the time, we are desperate for more details, so we use the rich tradition of Midrash to fill in missing emotions, missing plot lines, missing dialogue, and missing action. But in this week's parasha, we have the opposite phenomena. We have too much detail. Lists upon lists of each and every place the Israelites traveled to on their way to the Promised Land. And it doesn't read like a riveting adventure novel either. This isn't Indiana Jones. We read roughly 50 Torah verses, which are all written with the following format. And they journeyed from point A, and then they camped at point B. That's it, for 50 verses. Why might this be? We are defined by our journeys, so maybe this narrative is just reinforcing one of the central building blocks of our biblical narrative. We Jews are wanderers, and we create community wherever we wander. Or maybe this narrative served a more practical purpose, like a journal or a logbook of the people's travels so that they had a record they could look back on. Or maybe, as we are quickly approaching the book of Deuteronomy and the Israelites' eventual entrance into the Promised Land, Moses writes all of this down for safekeeping, for posterity, but also as a way for him to relive his journeys with the Israelites over so many years, as Moses knows that this is where his journey with them will come to an end. The Israelites wander to 42 different places throughout the course of this parasha, and that's a staggering number. It evokes images of the Israelites dragging their feet as they move through their travels with hardly any downtime and hardly any breaks. But the medieval commentator Rashi theorizes that the first 2 years of the Israelites' travels is actually a misrepresentation of the nature of their journey. Instead, Rashi states that most of the Israelites' years in the desert was spent in 20 main locations, where they did the real nitty-gritty work of community building and identity formation. Rashi differentiates here between dwelling places and camping places, and highlights the impacts that each of these places can have on individuals and communities. He has edited through some of those details and found what he believes is the essential wanderings and destinations of the Israelites. So Rashi tells a very different story than our Torah does. So whose story is the real correct account? The super detailed one or the pared down to essentials one? Thankfully, we'll never know. We can only continue to speculate, to add our voices to these ancestral narratives, and to shape our own stories through our own wanderings, through time and place. And if any of you can name or think of 42 different places you've wandered to, I'd be fascinated to hear the stories of your journeys and your wanderings. Shabbat Shalom. We'll rise and turn to page 520. Page 520 for the Aleinu. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon ha'kol, la'tet gedula li'otzer bereshit, asher sam chelkenu li'ached et shemo, ve'gor aleinu lehamlich malchuto, va'anachnu korim, v'mishachavim modim. Malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu notei shamayim ve'oser haaretz, u'moshav yikaro b'shamayim imahal, u'shchinatu zo, begovhei meromim, u'Eloheinu ein od, emet malkeinu hefesu lato, Kakatuv b'torato, ve'odata hayom ve'hashivota el levavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim imhal, ve'al haaretz, mitachat ein od. Ve'nemar ve'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. As we worship before you, O God, we think of those who once shared with us the joys and burdens of life, and who are no longer in our midst. The sorrow of bereavement is softened by the bond of love, which continues to unite us with our dear ones, and by our cherished memories of them, which we will always carry in our hearts. May all that was good in their lives remain with us as an influence for good. O God, grant consolation to those who are in sorrow, and light to those in darkness. Teach us at all times to put our trust in you and to praise your name. On this Shabbat, our community observes the yahrzeits of Cyril Joseph, father of Jillian Gordon, Edward Aldwin, father of Jan Ellis, Sidney and Goldie Weinrabe, the parents of Eric, Henrietta Clifford, the grandmother of Lara Kilty, and Michael Collins, the father of Linda Stein. We'll join with all those who mourn on page 524. Yit gadal v'yit kadash shemei rabba, ve'alma divrachi rute ve'amlich malchute, v'chayechon uv'yomechon, uv'chayed echol beit Yisrael, v'agala uv'izman kariv ve'imru amen. Yehe shemei rabba mevarach le'elam ulalmei almaya, yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit ba'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh, v'yit hadar v'yit ale v'yit talal shemei dekudsha brichu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran ba'alama v'imru amen. Yehe shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Osei shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol b'nei Adam, ve'imru. May great peace descend from heaven, and abundant life be granted to us and to all who mourn. And let us say, Amen. You may be seated. Just a couple of announcements. We are offering NPLS members and families and friends a chance to exhibit your work in our Etz Chaim gallery just across the hall. It's an opportunity to exhibit your own work for sale or for viewing only. It's totally up to you. So if you have something you'd like to add to the exhibition, please contact Carol Kettle before this Monday, the 5th of August. The Board of Deputies would like to invite our members to a special half-day conference on interfaith relations. The event will take place on Sunday, the 8th of September, starting at 11:45 a.m. at an address in Northwest London, which will be sent to registered delegates before the event. Tickets are £5 and include a kosher lunch, and for more information, you can click on the link on the website or on your weekly update. And if any of you are planning on traveling to Israel at any point for the rest of the summer, Leket Israel, which is the National Food Bank, invite you to spend some time volunteering with them on the 20th of August. And for more information, again, you can find that on our website or in your weekly update. So unless I'm missing any other announcements anyone can think of, Mazel Tov again to Colin Karpus on your birthday blessing, and we'll conclude with Adon Olam on 525. Oh, and before I forget, thank you to Adele, our shamus. I know it's not, and to Graham as well. I'd like to thank people that are involved in the service in any way. I know it's not tradition here, but anyway, thank you very much for helping out with today's service. Really appreciate it. And thank you as well to Spencer Cowan for reading our Haftarah so beautifully, for lifting the Torah even though I put you on the spot. Thank you very much. And thank you to all of you for being here. We're on page 525. Adon Olam Asher Malach B'terem Kol Yitzir Nivra Le'et Nasa V'chefzo Kol Asai Melech Shemo Nikra Ve'acharei Kichlot HaKol Levado Yimloch Nora Ve'hu Haya Ve'hu Hove Ve'hu Yiyeh Ve'tifara Ve'hu Echad Ve'ein Sheni Lehamshilo Lehachbira Beli Reshit Beli Tachlit Belo Haoz Ve'hamisra Ve'hu Eli Ve'chai Goali Be'tzor Chevli Be'etzara Ve'hu Nisi Umanosli Menad Kosi Be'yom Be'yado Avkid Ruchi Be'etishan Ve'yaira Adonai li ve'lo ira. Please rise. Baruch atah b'voecha Uvaruch ata b'tzeitecha. Blessed may you be when you come in, and blessed may you be when you go out. Shabbat Shalom.